Ajit Mangar, Professor Ajit Mangar. I am coming from Mody University, which is in Lakshmangarh, and Lakshmangarh is between Jaipur and Bikaner. It's a campus, self-sufficient campus, and we'll talk about that a bit later. My purpose of this visit to Hyderabad is to mainly bring in some awareness of the educational institute which we have in Rajasthan. Mody University all up is about 25 years old approximately, and it used to have 4 faculties before, like law, management, arts and engineering. I was the founding dean of the college who came and established the whole place from scratch. The reason I took up the job was again to give you background to the school, that a new college had to be started, so there was a good opportunity to start something which you always had in mind as a vision. I personally, just very briefly go through with you, it is all in there, but I am a graduate of CEPT, which is a college in Ahmedabad, and I was the 3rd batch from CEPT, and then I left India to do my masters in Australia, and I lived in Australia for over 30 years, and I've taught there in Australia at 2-3 universities, and as well as I was in my practice. So when this opportunity to start this school came in, we wanted to put in a place where it is not only theory but practice oriented. Mody University, it is a university exclusively for girls. It's a women's university, and it has been like this for last so many years. So therefore we are there to develop the girls, and as you know that girls are taking big interest in a lot of allied fields like architecture, interior design, graphics and other things. Now, as it says in this here, that we have an interior design course which is a 4-year degree program. 4-year degree program is basically makes them ready to work as a professional in the field of interior design. For that, we have given the requirements towards the end. We expect them to have 50% in their grade 12 and a bit of a talent or aptitude towards doing the interior design course. For architecture, this course is a 5-year degree program, and some of you must be aware, it is run very much controlled by Council of Architecture, which controls all the colleges of architecture in India. So we are recognized by Council of Architecture. It's a 5-year course in which the students come after grade 12, and you must have also heard NATA, which is National Aptitude for Architects, which all the students have to appear and pass, and when they pass, then only they can graduate, they can qualify to get admission in architecture. We have been, just being 2 years old, we have focused mainly in the northern region, around the areas from Rajasthan where we are, but this is last year or so we have started thinking that we should get people from other parts of the country. The reason is very simple, that we feel that architects, you don't know, when you graduate you may be working anywhere in India, anywhere overseas, and the world has become so small that you can be working anywhere in the world. Therefore, it will be good that in one institute we have girls and the students from almost everywhere, all over the country. So far we have been very successful. We have had graduates from almost everywhere. We still are trying to cross south of Maharashtra, but we will be successful in doing that. We had a very good response from the girls who have been in this area, and few girls have already applied for admission there. The idea is having a group like that makes a lot of difference, because they make themselves each aware of it. And as I strongly believe that in course like architecture, and it is a professional course, about 25% of the education is through each other. And the girls coming from different backgrounds and area will definitely help. The third degree which we have there, which we are planning to start this year, is Masters of Planning, which will be a 2-year degree in planning, and in which we take the graduates of architecture, interior design, and a master's students who have done masters in sociology, economics, and geography. So this is the second one we are planning to start this year. The idea is to create a bit of a postgraduate culture within the university itself and within the college. Now, a point always asked, and I think I should mention it here, which we have tried to explain it here as well, that why architecture is suited to women. Why? Simply because it is a profession which they can choose their own style of working, their own pace of working. It is not anything which they have to go up the ladder, and once they have missed the climb, they have to go back and start all over again, which happens in many other courses. But in architecture, you can start your own practice, you can work, you can be working for somebody, you can be teaching, you can be going overseas, and a lot of these things, even if you have family commitments, you can go through the family commitments and come back and get into your professional career without having any disturbance to it. So this is something which we always emphasize, that for girls it is one of the things which can be very useful as a profession. There is a mention about me next into this one, which is very bad. As I said earlier, I've spent a fair bit of my time overseas working for various organizations, even as international bodies, and as well as I've worked in Pacific Islands and Australia and 2 or 3 countries, which has given me a very good experience of looking at architecture education. We even used to get Indian students from here for the master's program, and they are back in India practicing here. Mody University, as I said, it started in 2004 by Mr. R.P. Mody. He comes from Lakshmangarh, that is his village where he comes from, but of course he lives in Calcutta, in Bengal, and this is 4th generation Marwadi family who has lived outside Lakshmangarh, but he started this college there as a school, and then slowly the school grew into a college. He often visits the college, he lives there, but he comes quite a number of times to get first-hand control and experience of the place. It is a recognized university, as you can say. We have mentioned here through the Government Act, and the official name is the Mody University of Science and Technology. Now, towards the end again, which I have already said, but they are the requirements for architecture and interior design course, which is universal. 4-year interior design course is important because most of the bachelor degrees, 4-year degrees are only recognized. A lot of colleges are offering 3-year interior design courses, but we have noticed that the students going overseas, after that they have problem. And majority of our girls, even now in 2nd, 3rd year, they are planning to go overseas either for practical training or to do some higher degree. So it is quite a normal trend because the globalization taking place. We have a lot of foreign architects working in India now, and there will be more and more people will be coming, and more buildings will be designed by international teams. So that sort of exposure is quite necessary.